Words appear. Whose plant life is it anyway? In association with Sterling Creations and VIP Tech Productions present Ask Donna. Donna Jordan answers your questions and offers you tips and tricks on being an author, an expert, a sight loss coach, and an advocate.
Hello, and I'm Donna J. Jodhan, your host for the Ask Donna show. This is the third week of August, and I hope that everybody is enjoying themselves for this summer. I say that every week, and I've been saying this for the past 3 months. But our summers in North America are very, very short. At least I think that they are. And we need to make the most of them in every way that we can. Go out there and enjoy the outdoors. Enjoy the parks, the beaches, the sunshine, the fragrances of those wonderful flowers blooming all around us. Enjoy the barbecues. Enjoy the burgers and everything like that, the hot dogs, the nice cool drinks, the cold salads. Enjoy it all. I'd like to thank those of you who continue to support me in my shows. And I'd like to thank my dear friend Victor Guvia for giving me this opportunity to be with you. Thank you everyone for your thoughts, your comments, your feedback, your tips, everything. Whether they be good, bad, or indifferent, I appreciate each and every one of them. Okay, so for this week, we are going to go into my role of Ask the Homemaker. Remember now, for week 1, we were talking about Ask the Blogger, where I shared tips with you on bullying and bullies, spreading awareness about bullying and bullies. The second part of that show had to do with Ask the Entrepreneurial Tips. And the third session of that show dealt with scams and scammers. Last week I talked about my role as Ask the Coach, and I shared tips with you from my Did You Know diary, a bit of this and a bit of that. And I answered questions for you from my Ask the Coach segment, where I chose 3 random questions for you and answered them all. So for this week, we're going to be delving into Ask the Homemaker. And for this week, we're going to share with you 10 ways for softening brown sugar. Okay? 10 ways to soften hard brown sugar. Okay, here we go. If you would like to store brown sugar and make sure that it does not get hard, here's what you do. What you do is this. You store it in a container, an airtight container. You put a bit of sliced bread on top of it, store it overnight, and this should refresh your sugar and make it nice and soft. Okay, so put it into an airtight container, put a slice of bread on top of it, leave it overnight, and for the next day you'll see how nice and soft your brown sugar becomes. If it is still hard in the morning, let it sit for another day or 2, and I guarantee you that your sugar will become nice, soft, and fresh once more. Okay? Another thing you can do is sprinkle a few drops of water into your bag of sugar. Seal the bag and then let it stay for a day or two. Guarantee you that it will become nice and soft once more. You can try this too. You can put it into an open container, okay? Place a damp paper towel over it and let it sit. Moisten cloth or moisten paper towel, right? Place it in an open container. Place a moist paper towel or a moist piece of cloth over it. Let it sit for a day or two and voila, it will become fresh and soft once more. You can try this other tip. Put it into a container, into an airtight container. Put a few apple slices on top of it. Seal the container and let it sit for a day or two. Remove your apple slices and voila, you have soft, refreshed brown sugar. Okay? You can try this other tip. Try this one. Try using foil or plastic wrap over the container of brown sugar. Okay? And then let me try again. Woo. Put some foil or a sheet of plastic wrap over your container of brown sugar. Then place a sheet or piece of dampened paper towel over this. Okay? So first you put the foil or the plastic wrap over the container. Then you put the dampened paper towel over that and let it sit. Okay? Make sure that the dampened sheet of paper towel is not dripping with water. Okay? Let it sit for overnight or a few days as needed. Remove your dampened paper towel and your foil or the plastic wrap that you have placed after a day or two. And again, you'll see how nice and soft and fresh your brown sugar will become. Okay? The other thing you can do is if you have a broken clay pot close at hand, paste that broken clay pot over your sugar. Okay? Here's what you do. Set, if you have a disc, a clay disc or a piece of broken clay pot, set it in water for about 30 minutes. Take the piece out and make sure that it is not dripping wet. Put the clay piece in a container with the sugar. Cover the sugar overnight. Make sure that the container is airtight. And you can leave that there. And you don't have to remove the clay piece after this. It will ensure that your sugar remains fresh and soft for the next few months, so you don't have that problem. So with this particular tip, your clay piece or the disc that you put into the container with your sugar Leave it there for a few months so that this does not happen again. Here is another tip for you. If you need the sugar right away, place in a microwave with a bowl of water close by in the microwave. Okay? And then microwave this for about 1 minute, and presto, your sugar will be nice, fresh, and soft. So this is for if you need it immediately. If it's not ready, do it for another 30 seconds and see what happens. So first, you put it into the microwave with a bowl of water close by in the microwave. Let it go for about a minute. And if it's still not soft enough for you, try another 30 seconds. Okay? That should do it. Now, if after the 30 seconds it's still not to your liking, try for another 30 seconds and make sure that your sugar does not melt. Then the next tip for you is you can place your chunk of hard brown sugar in a baking pan. Place the baking pan in your oven, okay? And then leave the temperature for about 250 degrees and check every few minutes until your sugar becomes nice and soft. Again, place it in a baking pan, put it in your oven, and set it for about 250 degrees. Check every few minutes until you feel certain that you like the texture of your sugar, that it has become soft and it is no longer hard. Okay? Then the next tip that you can do is place the brown sugar, the hard brown sugar, in a microwave plastic bag. Okay? Wrap a damp brown towel around this. Make sure that the wet paper towel is not dripping. Okay? Put the paper towel in the bag with the brown sugar. So let's say this again. Put the sugar in a microwave proof plastic bag. Okay. Wrap the brown sugar with a damp paper towel in the bag. Make sure that the paper towel is not dripping with water. And keep microwaving, start at 30 seconds, right? Keep checking to make sure that the sugar has been softened to your liking. That's if you need it right away. Make sure that the sugar does not melt. And the last tip I have for you is you can stick pieces of your hard brown sugar in a food blender and start blending it. And you go from there. So you put it in the food blender, you start turn on your blender and start checking it every few seconds to make sure that it is nice and soft. That is if you want it right away. For best results for your brown sugar so that it doesn't get hard, put it in a sealed container. Okay? You can use fresh marshmallows when you put your sugar in the container as well. Okay? So the container, for best results, the container needs to be sealed and airtight. Put the sugar in there, put some marshmallows along with it, okay? and then put either marshmallows or clay disc in the container with your brown sugar. That's for best results. Or you can put your container of brown sugar in the freezer, and when you want to use it, set it out for a few hours before you use it. These are 10 nice tips for you when dealing with hard brown sugar that you want to keep fresh and soft. So you have 2 ways in that you can use any of my tips when wanting to soften your brown sugar and you're not in a hurry for it, or you can use my tips when you want to do this in a hurry. Okay? 10 marvelous tips for you. All right, so if you would like to learn more, please write to me and ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com, and I would be pleased to fulfill your request. Okay? Send an email to me at askdonna on blindlife@gmail.com, and I will be pleased to answer your questions. For this week, let's go to our mental stretch. And our mental stretch this week is going to focus on the sense of taste. As I say to you every week, my mental stretch is based on the MIC or MIC principle, helping you to clear your minds and clutter of cobwebs and clutter, and to spark your stimulative juices. Okay, spark and stimulate your creative juices. My apologies. So let's go again. My mental stretch is meant to help you clear your minds and of cobwebs and clutter, and to spark and stimulate your creative juices. Okay? And my mental stretch can be used at any time of the day for any length of time. It can be used anywhere. It can be used while driving in your car, while sitting quietly at home, while lying in bed, while walking in the park, while just sitting on your deck, on your back deck in your backyard. It can be used anywhere. That's what I'm trying to say. And for any length of time. For a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, for as long as you want it to be, and for any time of the day. Use my mental stretch whenever you feel necessary, in times of anxiety, in times of stress, when you're a bit unhappy, when you're a bit sad. Use it when you're trying to clear your mind and imagination of cobwebs and clutter, and you're trying to deal with time crunches, or you're trying to find solutions to everyday problems. This is what my mental stretch is all about, and I've been using this for several years now, and I find it immensely helpful. I have shared this mental stretch with many of my friends, my family members, my associates, and it works. Okay, give it a try. So for this week, let's talk about using the mental stretch in combination with the sense of taste. What we're doing here is strengthening the mind and the imagination and the creative juices, all three at the same time, to help you stretch your mental health, stretch your mental abilities. Because my goodness, if you have stretches with the arms, the legs, the belly, the back, your toes and your fingers and even your head, what about the mental stretch? Okay, let's talk about the sense of taste. Okay. Think of the taste of a not juicy, but delicious, yummy ice cream cone. cool ice cream a bit hard in your cone. Could be your favorite flavor. My favorite flavor is chocolate. So you can have chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, berry, wild berry, pralines and cream. Oh my goodness, mint, anything like that. Think of this think of this ice cream cone and use your sense of sight in combination with this sense of taste to do it, okay? You can use any combination of any of your senses, but for this week we are focusing on the sense of taste, okay? Here's another suggestion for you. How about frozen fruity ice blocks? On a hot summer's day, think about it. You know, my mental stretch is such that you don't necessarily have to be engaged in actually tasting any of these suggestions. You can imagine it. Think of it. Think of the taste rolling off of your tongue as you taste the ice cream or the fruity frozen ice blocks, or frozen fruity ice blocks, whichever you want to think of it as. And think of the sense of sight, or using the sense of sight to visualize this ice cream cone or the frozen fruity ice block. Okay? Or it could be a fruit salad. I really enjoy fruit salads. I love fruit salads. I enjoy them. So think of a nice fruit salad made up of all kinds of fresh fruits. Grapes, strawberries, peaches, nectarines. Anything. The sky is the limit when it comes to the types of fruits that you could put into your fruit salad. Visualize the fruit salad. Taste it. Think of the taste rolling off of your tongue. Alright? So you have 3 suggestions for this week. The ice cream cone, frozen fruity ice blocks, or a delicious fruit salad. Sense of taste is what you're using this week, and you can use the sense of sight in combination with your sense of taste. Okay, now I'm going to wrap up my show with my virtual bento basket, but please do not forget to send me any questions, suggestions, comments, feedback, or thoughts to Ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com. Ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com. Okay. Here is my suggestion for a virtual bento basket for this week. How about a sunset patio dinner basket? Yes, think of this. You're having a sunset dinner on your patio. It's been a long day for you, and now you're looking forward to just sitting there with your virtual bento basket, and let's see what it contains for this week. Bottle of chilled wine is what I'm going to put in there. I'm going to give you a bottle of each, a bottle of red wine and a bottle of white wine, all nice and chilled. And for those of you who do not like or you don't drink wine, how about a chilled bottle of sparkling grape juice? Yes, indeed. Let's try that. So, you have your wine or your sparkling grape juice just out of your basket. I'm going to give you an appetizer of shrimp cocktail, nice chilled shrimp cocktail. I'm going to give you a pasta dish of, let's see, chicken Alfredo chicken fettuccine, however you want to describe it as. I always get mixed up with this, chicken Alfredo fettuccine. Yeah, it has lots of nice pieces of yummy chicken breasts in it. And you can add whatever you want to it. I'm going to put some zucchini, some eggplant, and I'm going to have it all seasoned up with cilantro and thyme. And it's nice and warm, waiting to be plunged into with your fork. I'm going to give you a green salad as well, and I'm going to give you a nice dessert of an icebox cake. That is what my bento basket is going to be filled with for this week. Okay, I'm going to end the show again by announcing my offer to you. For the very affordable price of $5 monthly, you can send to me a submission as long as the submission does not contain foul language or any criticism about anyone. We will review your submission, no more than 150 words, and if this submission is chosen, we will let you know. And then what we will do is notify you that your submission has been chosen, but in your submission you need to tell us which choice you would like to take. A, you can have your submission announced on 2 of my Ask Donna shows for the month. B, you can have your submission announced on 2 of my Dining with Donna shows for the month. Or C, on 1 of each of these shows for the month. So, after your submission has been chosen and you have been notified, we invite you to make payment to PayPal at donnajodhen.com. That's PayPal at donnajodhen.com. And when we receive your payment, we will be pleased and delighted to make your announcement on your chosen shows. Okay? So, send your submission to Ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com. Right then, folks, this is it for me for this week. I wish you a great rest of the day, a great rest of the week. Have fun out there. Stay safe and take care. And
Tune in every Wednesday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific for Ask Donna on Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway?